Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will continue with the solution on page 180 from this exercise book. So there are two questions on that page. The first one is a student is given an opportunity to attend a trainer course if he gets A or A minus in programming subjects. Okay, otherwise he is not qualified to attend. So you're asked to complete the main program, okay, using the if else statement, okay, and its equivalent switch statement. So you're asked to write the codes, okay. So you have to supply the if else statement and also the switch statement, okay. Then you're asked to execute the program. If you have any error, then you have to report the error with the justification, okay. So for the if else statement, when you write your program, it would be similar to this one, okay. So since you want to accept an input, okay, take a look at this one. You need to be able to input values such as A or A minus, okay. So in that case, you need to declare the data type of type string or char array, okay. You may also have like char grade, and then you might want to have 2 or 3 characters, kan, or 2 characters, right? Because you want to accommodate at least 2 characters, A minus or B plus, right? Okay, in my example here I use string, okay. So I declare as string grade, okay. Next one, I ask for an input and store into the grade variable, okay. The variable is of that string, remember that, okay. Next, checking the grade. If the grade, okay, the input for that grade, the value is equivalent to A, notice that I use double quote, okay, because mine is of type string, okay. If the grade is equal to A or grade is equal to A minus, okay, then display eligible to attend TOT course. Otherwise, display not eligible, okay. Now what about the statement in switch structure, okay. So simply transform this part here, into switch. So you may have something like this, okay. Everything else is the same except for line number 17, where you place, instead of if, you change it to switch, okay. So switch grade, and then you have the cases, okay. You have two cases, case A and case A minus, A and A minus, okay. And then the rest is else, otherwise you may straight away put into the default section, okay, default case, okay. So if the grade is A or A minus, then you want to display this statement, okay. So case A, it has no break because you want to accept, okay, either A or A minus. All right, now time to execute this program. Okay, let us take a look at the program that uses if else, okay. Now if you execute this program, you will get the output, okay. So depending on the input given by the user. So if the user entered grade, if the user entered A, then of course eligible to attend a TOT course. If the user entered A minus, okay, still eligible to attend TOT course. Why? Because we accept both, either A or A minus. Okay, now let us now take a look at the switch. Okay, now for the switch, you see switch grade, and then you want to match the cases here, right? Okay, so when we execute this program, it turns out that it gives us an error message. So it has the error. It says here, switch quantity not an integer. Why is that so? Why is that so? Because here you see switch, and then you will have the constraint here. This one constraint must be, remember this, must be of type integer or type char, character. Okay, so in this case, for char, you can only evaluate to one value, A ke, B ke, right? Integer, perhaps 1 ke, 8 ke, right? So, in this case, the grade just now is of type string. So if is of type string, then it violates the syntax for this particular operation. Okay, so it is a no. We cannot allow this. Okay, A minus, it is a no. Okay, you have to only accept for switch, accept integer or character value. Okay, cannot use string, you cannot use float, you cannot use double. Right? Okay, that's all. Okay, for the first question. The second question asks you to give the output. So very simple. Okay, the constraint is, the variable is uni-year. Okay, if the uni-year here, the value is 1. So notice that if it is 1, it matches case 1. So if it matches case 1, it will display freshman. Okay, and you see there is no break. When there is no break, then you will continue. Okay, continue executing the next statement, and it will display sophomore. Okay, in this case, you will expect to see both freshman and sophomore be printed, okay, on the screen. Okay, next one. If uni year is 6, okay, if it is 6, then go and find if it matches 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No matches. Okay, so when there is no matching unit or value, then it will straight away go to the default section. Okay, default section, then it will display unrecognized. Okay, that's it. Okay, hope you understand the execution of a switch and the comparison between switch and if else statement. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.